want you to understand that what's in your field changes everything. There's a version of me that is stuck with all the rules that she hears everywhere. We're on YouTube. Well, you gotta have hooks. It's gotta be in the first 3 seconds. And then it's gotta be this, and it's gotta be this way. And if you don't do it that way, and if you don't do it that way, and this, and this, and this, and there's millions of rules. But the thing is, there's not only all of those rules that I've learned from the outside, there's all the rules that I created myself, that I've came to the conclusion of because of what happened in my life. And you do the same, and these rules are what keep you tamed, are what makes you feel bored. It's like you're not allowed to be yourself anymore. How boring is it when you can't be yourself? Like, the most amazing thing in the world, for me at least, is to be me. I know it's the same for you. You're meant to be you, but all these rules are in the way, and but you don't really see them. Like, before today, I didn't realize that I had a rule that was actually saying that I'm too intense. And so because I'm too intense, I should not sell because people are gonna receive my intensity. As if my intensity was a bad thing. The rule was, if I'm intense, people get scared and people don't go for their dream. That's a story made up somewhere along the lines of I don't know what, but I bought it. But the thing is, my clients, the people that get the best results, they're the ones that want the intensity. They're like, hit me. I'm here because I'm ready for transformation. I'm here because I want you to go inside of me to see where I hide myself, to see where I keep myself small, and tell me it's gonna hurt, maybe even not, and I'm willing to go there even though it's unknown, because I know that my dream life's on the other side of that. And yet there's a part of me that is a little scared because I don't know what's gonna happen on the other side. That's what your ego tells you. But you actually do know what happens on the other side. Why do you know? Because you've created the dream. You know what the vision is on the other side. You keep forgetting. So there was this one story today where I was realizing that I was scared of receiving a certain amount of a client, a luxury client, in a certain way. And I was scared of receiving it. And my mind was conceiving all these stories. There was this story of, well, they may leave. They may not like the intensity, because we spoke of intensity. They may think you're too much. They may think you're not enough. They may think you're not doing enough. And all of this was going on in my mind. But all of this is not my dream. None of this is my dream. And so you think you're going for the dream, like I was thinking I was going for my dream, but I was actually listening to all of the non-dream and making these a possibility, when the real destination is the dream. And it's not about the client, and it's not about the money, it's about the transformation we create together. It's about the transformation, it's about the magic, it's about how you get to live your best life. Because you went in the story, the thing, just like my story here today, and you chose, no, that's not my story, that's not the real thing, and here's the real thing for me. So the real thing for me is that client, the real thing for me is working with that soul client in a way that touches my heart. The real thing is me impacting you, but I'm telling you my real thing because I know your real thing is your impact as well. Your real thing is how you're going to change the world. Your real thing is how you're going to be you, and that will create ripples out of people that are more free, of people that are living a better life, of people that are happier, of people that are moving as their best self because you've been you. But for that, you have to take, well, you don't have to do a single thing. But if you're in my world, you get to look at those stories and you get to shift those stories. You get to look into but is that true? Is that, oh my God, is that what I put in my field? Like, I see the universe as this beautiful shopping mall, and there's infinite possibilities, but there's like, the possibilities are infinite, but there's a few things that you're like, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. Oh, I'd like 10 of that. And you're picking, right, the things you want. And that's cool, you get to, right? But you think of that as if it's a mental picture and it's not really available, or it's like, it's not predictable according to what you lived in the past, according to what you repeated over the year, according to that pattern, that tendency that kept on happening. You predict that it may not happen. So in your field of predictability, if you keep on working hard and hard and hard, maybe in a month, maybe in 5 months, maybe in 5 years, you'll get there. How much, like, that is like killing your fire. And when that kills your fire, you're not excited for the dream anymore. You're not anticipating the dream. You don't even remember that you have a dream. What you remember is that you have all kinds of these stories that are so freaking annoying. And so, I'm saying there's another way. I'm saying that if you want to see what's in your field and you're ready to actually shift what's in your field for real, and you actually are ready to embrace the transformation, not once, we're not going to do this, like, working with me is intense, right? And it's intense in the best way, because it's the way we transform who you are. We get to the root of things, and you start putting in habits in place where you get to see magic and you get to see miracles and you get to move from those, and the results are exponential. But the results are exponential because you've put in the work every single day, or like it's continuous, it's regular. What does it mean to put in the work regularly? What it really means is you become that person who actually receives their dream, who actually says, yes, that's what I want. Yes, that's what I'm getting. And I'm not getting it in the future, eventually, when I don't know when. I'm getting it now. I'm receiving it now. I'm receiving it now. I know it's mine now. And it will show up in my outside world when it needs to. But in the meantime, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm just going to trust that it's coming. Why? Because it's coming. Why do I know that it's coming? Well, I went to shop to the Universal Mall of Infinite Possibilities. There are possibilities that really struck my heart. They were like, oh, so delicious. And that to me told me, God said, yes, they're for you. You recognize that. Beautiful, they're yours. Now, speak to them as if they're yours. Take actions as if it's already yours. It's meant to be. It's destined. And do not give a care for what you see, because your eyes are deceiving you. Your eyes are, close your eyes. Close your eyes for a second. Are you game? Close your eyes. When you close your eyes, your dream can still be there. When you don't see what's in your bank account, when you don't see the people around you, when you don't see whether you have clients or not, but you're just you and your center and your truth, you're seeing the real possibility if you allow yourself to. But for me, for the longest time, I would not allow myself to receive there. I couldn't, it wasn't even safe to be in my own mind, in my own imagination. In my own imagination, it was actually going against me. I had to teach myself to imagine. I had to teach myself to receive all the goodness of life. I had to learn to say yes to all of it and stay regardless of what I saw on the outside. I had to not make the outside decide my worth. decide if what I'm saying is valuable. Am I saying the right thing? Am I following the rule that I said I was going to follow in the beginning? Or am I just like babbling away just freely and I don't give a care and I don't even know if it's landing, but I don't care. Because I'm having the time of my life here speaking with you. I'm like, there's nothing I'd rather do with my time. And I'm so passionate about this that like if I could download my brain, put it in yours for a second for you to see what I see for you, and for you to understand what's going on with your field and what's going on with your stories, and how we could just like reorchestrate that in a way that it feels actually harmonious. You're like, it's a concert, but that concert is like, holy shit. It's like my favorite songs, but like the songs that make me feel so damn good that like I want to, like, I'm driving on the PC1 and it's like, that's my dream, right? Being in California by the water, looking at the ocean, and like on the PCH, that's the PCH, right? And it's like, it just feels so good. And the song that's playing there, it's so magical. Well, you get to create your life in a way that that song, your own song, plays, and it feels so damn good. That's what we do in Starstruck when you come and work with me one-on-one. When you decide for the next 111 days, when you decide for the next year, I'm gonna go down some like dirt road. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go deep, I'm gonna go in the dark, but I'm like, I know there's so much gems, so much gifts and treasures in there, and I'm gonna bring them to the surface. I'm gonna look at them because they scare me. Yeah, receiving your dreams scares you. Receiving my dreams terrifies me because I forget it's my dream. I've asked for that, so of course it's gonna work. But then you think that your dream is not your dream. That's the craziest thing. Humans do that. Like, I have this dream of meeting the man of my dream. And we have this relationship and it's so easy. It's so fun. We're lovers, we're friends, we're like, we laugh so much and it's so cozy and it's so easy and we grow and evolve together and we're supporting each other and it's the most nourishing relationship in my life. And somehow there's a part of me that's like, no, you're gonna have to change too much. He's not gonna honor your need for space. You'll be too vulnerable. He won't like you. And all this time, it's like, but none of these are my dream. If I'm in the dream, I just described I described the relationship. In the dream, it is easy. So I have to think that it's not easy. He's honoring me and my needs just like I do for him. So it's not gonna happen that we don't honor each other's. And if we do, it's for a moment because it's not the dream to not honor each other. But all this time where it's like, it's not the dream, but you keep sticking to, it's not, oh, but this could happen, but that's not the dream. Oh, but this could happen, that's not the dream. Let me give you another example that I absolutely love. I have this dream and we've talked about it, or we're gonna keep talking about it. There's this $2 million in my field that I'm excited to receive. It hasn't showed up yet, and it's showing up partly, right? And there's a part of me that is scared of what will happen once I have made $2 million. But the dream is to make $2 million. The dream is to circulate that money. The dream is for me to impact more women like you that want to impact and change the world, that are like so crazy gifted and are like, I want to change the way I do, not the way just I do life, but the way everybody does life in a certain aspect of their life, because that's what's on my heart. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm gifted with. That's like my passion. And that's like, there's nothing more fun in terms of impact, in terms of career for me. I can't see anything else. That's all I see. That's for me. And with that money, I can impact more people. I can be even more of myself. I have so much more freedom. And with all of that freedom, I get to serve you even better. Yet, there's a story in my mind that keeps saying, Oh, but no, but people are gonna judge you if you have that much money. No, taxes, it's gonna cost you. But who decided that in my 2 millions, there isn't the space for taxes already? And who decided that I don't make money afterwards? And so like I'm gonna be stuck? Who decided that it doesn't get to be as fun as I planned? These are all stories, but it's like we keep on entertaining the non-dream, the anti-dream. And when the anti-dream is what's in your field, it overpowers the dream. It takes all of the space, and then you move from that space. You take action from that space. Guess what happens? You're like, it doesn't work. No kidding. You're not even allowing the universe to create miracles for you because you've already decided that it's not safe to dream. But it's not the dream that's not safe, it's the non-dream. It's the part of you that doesn't believe in the dream. It's the part of you that still believes in the dream that's not your dream. I know, it feels confusing, but that's how it is in your brain. So let's make it simple. Let's bring it back here. You have this vision. And it's big. If you're in my world, there's this vision for you, and it's not, I want to impact my neighborhood. It's, I have a soul business and I'm here to impact the world. And it's also, as I have a soul business, I'm gonna live my best life. That's the way I want it. And maybe you have certain specific things that you want to manifest, that you want, these experiences that you want to live. And we're gonna have those, right? But every time you go against them, by saying, example with clients, maybe if you live that once, a client leaves, or a client cancels mid-contract, a client ghosts you. And then you think it might happen in the future. And so what do? Well, you do everything in your power to protect yourself because you don't want to feel that anymore, because that made you think that you weren't enough. That made you think that you should have done this, this, and this, and probably you should have done that, and that. And you're like, shit, it's been impacting me and impacting me and impacting me for so freaking long, and it's still impacting me. I'm still dragging that. And if you're still dragging that, you need me. First of all, you need to remember your worth. You need to remember your real dream. You need to remember why you're here, your soul biz, your impact in the life you want to live. And in the life that you want to live, you do impact people, and you impact them in a good way. And so therefore, it's not a problem when someone comes into your awareness and they come into your world and they ghost you. Who cares? If it's not them, it's someone else, because the dream is still going on. The dream is still there. So we have the dream that's so beautiful. Then something here comes and casts a shadow. And from that shadow, we start doing something that doesn't make sense. And we move towards that shadow instead of towards the dream. That's why you invite me into your world. Because I'm stubborn as fuck. Because I keep the aim for you, that like, we're going there, and you keep on thinking like, I'm like, nope, I'm gonna hold you until you're back on track with me, with you, with your soul, so you can live your life's mission, so you can live a life that fills your cup to the max. Because there's no other way to live life in our world, right? We're not gonna live life halfway. That's kind of annoying, that's kind of boring, that's not what we ordered. How interesting how in this moment, it feels empty. But the way today started was like, there's so many rules and I don't know what to say, don't know how to say it. And now I'm like, there's nothing else to say. The energy is now complete. So this is the end of this transmission. that is aligned to my truth, where the energy was so freaking alive for a moment. And now the transmission is complete and I get to move on to something else. So let me know in the comment what changes for you when you see life in this way. And most importantly, what changes for you when you decide to say yes to that vision of yours. And you have me in your back pocket for 111 days or for a full year. And you know that the only focus is your desire, your truth, you being in your power, and you serving the way you're meant to serve. Let me know in the comment. I want to know.